Nobody warns you that healing doesn't arrive like a lightning bolt. It sneaks in quietly, disguised as a glass of water at 7 in the morning. But here's what's wild. The smallest, most boring decisions you make each day are literally rewiring your brain, your body, and your entire emotional baseline. We're talking about a period where everything felt heavy, the kind of heavy where even getting out of bed felt like a negotiation with yourself that you kept losing. The catalyst wasn't one dramatic breakdown. It was the slow accumulation of 100 tiny neglected choices, each one seemingly harmless, until the whole system quietly collapsed. Think of your body like a phone you've been using on 3% battery for 2 years straight. You kept functioning, sure, but nothing was loading properly, and everything was lagging. The science backs this up brutally. Chronic sleep deprivation alone can reduce your cognitive function to the equivalent of being legally intoxicated. And most of us are walking around like that every single day. Sleep was the first domino, and honestly, fixing it felt almost insultingly simple at first. I started going to bed at the same time every night, 10:30, no exceptions, and waking at 6:30, and within 2 weeks my anxiety had dropped in a way that no amount of journaling or therapy had managed in months. Here's what the neuroscience says that nobody puts on a motivational poster. Your brain literally cleans itself during deep sleep, flushing out toxic waste through the lymphatic system, and when you skip that process night after night, you are essentially never taking out the trash. The emotional volatility, the brain fog, the feeling that everything is slightly too much, a huge portion of that is just a dirty brain running on fumes. Then came water, which sounds so laughably basic that I almost didn't include it, but dehydration as low as 1 to 2% of your body weight measurably impairs mood, concentration, and energy in ways that mimic mild depression. I started drinking 1 full glass the moment my feet hit the floor, before coffee, before my phone, before any decision whatsoever, and it became an anchor, a tiny daily declaration that I was going to take care of myself today. The short walk entered next. And I want to be clear that, short, we're talking 10 to 15 minutes. Not a training montage, not a wellness influencer's sunrise hike, but research from Stanford found that walking, even briefly, increases creative thinking by an average of 60% and meaningfully reduces cortisol. And more importantly, it broke the psychological seal of staying inside the same 4 walls where all my heaviness lived. People underestimate the power of sunlight on the morning walk. But your circadian rhythm is essentially a biological clock that runs on light cues, and getting outside within the first hour of waking tells every system in your body that it's time to be alive and operational. This isn't woo, this is the same mechanism that makes jet lag feel like an existential crisis, and you can use it deliberately in your favor every single morning for free. Here's the sample daily routine that started to change everything. And it is aggressively unglamorous. 6:30, wake up, drink that glass of water immediately. Step outside for a 10-minute walk before looking at a single screen. 7:15, eat something with protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, anything that isn't pure sugar. Because blood sugar stability is mood stability. And most people are emotionally hijacked by their breakfast before 9 in the morning without realizing it. By 10:30 at night, screens go off, the room gets slightly cool, and the same ritual begins a few minutes of reading something fiction and low stakes, because your nervous system needs a deliberate off-ramp, not a cliff. It sounds rigid, but the beautiful irony is that this kind of gentle structure is actually what creates freedom. Because when your body knows what's coming, it stops spending energy on low-grade anxiety about the unknown. The misconception people have is that healing requires grand gestures, the retreat, the overhaul, the complete life restructure. But behavioral psychology calls this habit stacking. And the truth is that small, consistent actions compound in the same way that financial interest does, quietly and exponentially, until one day you realize you haven't felt that particular darkness in weeks. Every historical wellness tradition, from Stoic philosophy to Ayurveda to modern cognitive behavioral therapy, converges on the same unsexy truth. It's the daily ritual, the unremarkable discipline, not the dramatic transformation, that actually holds. Marcus Aurelius wasn't writing in his journal because it felt revolutionary. He was doing it because showing up small every day was the entire point. The practical lesson here is to start with just one thing. Not 5, not a new identity, not a complete overhaul pick, the sleep window or the water or the walk, and protect it like it's the most important meeting of your day. Because physiologically speaking, it actually is. Moderate, sustainable, undramatic consistency will always outperform intense and short-lived heroics when it comes to your nervous system. What's deeply human and slightly absurd about this whole journey is that we will research the optimal supplement stack for 45 minutes and skip sleep for the 3rd night in a row, as if the expensive powder can compensate for the free thing our body is literally begging us for. The gap between what we know and what we do is where most of our suffering lives. And closing that gap is less about motivation and more about lowering the barrier to entry until the choice is almost automatic. Discipline here doesn't mean punishment, it means designing your environment so that the healthy choice is the path of least resistance. So that the water glass is already on the nightstand and your shoes are already by the door. That's not willpower, that's architecture. And architecture is something you build once and then simply live inside. The philosophical punchline of all of this is that you don't heal in the big moments. You heal in the in-between ones. In the quiet Tuesday mornings when nothing is dramatic and you just do the thing anyway. Consistency isn't glamorous, but it is the only real currency that purchases a different life. And the beautiful part is that you already have it available to you tomorrow morning at 6:30. If any of this resonated with you, if you like this video, please subscribe and check out all our other topics.